Coming up, campaign season at its peak. We've got the latest on information and dates to remember on our segment Political Corner. And creating a positive impact in Macomb County, how an old Mount Clemens school is being renovated to provide help to residents. Dan?
Coming up, if you plan on using these this holiday, we've got a few tips to make sure your family stays safe.
And later, paddling with County Executive. We'll take you on the lake with Mark Hackle. It's all on this edition of Shelby This Week. We're covering news from Shelby Township and all over Macomb County, and that includes local politics. We're just weeks away from the township election. Here's Charlie Cadotto with this week's Political Corner.
Well, Kelly, drive along any road in Shelby Township and you'll see sign after sign after sign. There's no doubt it's political season in Macomb County, and candidates are scrambling to get their name out. County and local candidates spent the week at several different forums campaigning with only about a month away from the election. Remember, that primary date, August 2nd, is your chance to vote in local politics. Because there are no Democrats running in Shelby Township, August 2nd is decision day. Right here at home in Shelby Township, incumbent Supervisor Rick Stathakis is being challenged by former Shelby Township firefighter Richard Badshelby. In the treasurer's race, Nick Nightingale, a current trustee, is challenging the current incumbent treasurer, Michael Flynn. And the trustees race is pretty crowded. We've got a whole list of Republican candidates: Anthony Apone, Julius Dallow, Grant Galassa, John Vermeulen, Vince Viviano, Lynn Wilhelm, and of course, the incumbent trustee, Doug Wozniak. And here at Shelby TV, we've welcomed every candidate vying for a local or county-wide position. And throughout this upcoming month, you'll be seeing a lot of election programming on our station. And as always, on our YouTube channel, our Facebook page, and on Twitter. And by the way, those campaign signs must be removed within 1 week after the election. So you'll be seeing them all over the township until at least August 2nd. Kelly?
And we want to make sure you're ready and prepared this election season. So here are those dates you really need to remember. July 5th is the last day to register to vote for the primary elections. You can register at the Secretary of State or head over to the municipal building to register at the clerk's office. The primaries are on August 2nd, but for township elections, that is our election day, so make sure you go over and vote. And deciding who to vote for can get overwhelming, seeing that there are a lot of candidates to choose from. So where are you going to find out the information about them and their platforms? Well, Shelby TV has exclusive sit-downs with every county and township candidate running for office, and we'll be broadcasting them on our channel daily. Just head over to our Facebook page for the times on when they'll be aired. And those interviews are on YouTube right now, so head over there to take a look. America is turning 240 years old, and we'll all be probably celebrating the same way with hot dogs, ice cream, and fireworks. But our Dan Myers wants you to remember, while you're celebrating the holiday, make sure safety is your first priority.
The 4th of July is right around the corner, which means it's fireworks season. And as you've probably noticed, fireworks stands are popping up all around Shelby. I met with Fire Marshal Dwayne Stanton to go over some tips to keep you safe when celebrating this holiday with fireworks.
Some of the best things you can do is make sure that whoever is lighting the fireworks is not intoxicated, not under the influence of any controlled substance. We'll have a hose, a garden hose, a bucket of water readily available, and just use good common sense.
Injuries aren't the only dangers that can occur when lighting fireworks off. With this summer being very dry so far, this brings along a whole new set of potential hazards.
A lot of the issues we have with fireworks, other than injuries, are people lighting them too close to homes, close to dry grass, in areas where they're not going to go off safely. The fireworks can catch wood piles on fire. Wherever that lands, it's going to still be hot, so that it can ignite whatever it lands on.
Remember to keep in mind that fireworks cannot be used throughout the whole year. Fire Marshal Stanton tells us more.
You're allowed to light fireworks 30 days out of the year. It's going to be the day before, the day of, and the day after any national holiday. And then you're only allowed to light them between the hours of 8 a.m. till midnight.
Not only responsibility, but also location can play a key role in having a safe firework experience.
That's another thing that you want to be very cautious of. Where you light the fireworks, you really need to look into that, because there's really no safe area in Shelby Township to light fireworks. You're not allowed to light them in the public streets, public sidewalks. any parks. You're not allowed to light them on school property or any township property either.
Even if you are not planning to set off fireworks, there are still a few tips to follow and also thoughts to consider this fireworks season.
Keep your lawn watered. Make sure you have water available. Be aware of the fact that they're lighting them off. Hopefully they'll be courteous and only do it during the allotted hours. You're pretty much at their mercy. If they're not courteous, you just have to be more aware.
And Dan, you mentioned that there are some rules about where you can set them off. Is there anything else that we should be keeping in mind?
One thing to keep in mind especially is a lot of our vets do suffer from PTSD, and I've noticed that actually some houses have signs that say beware or be cautious with your fireworks, combat veteran lives here. So just keep that in mind, especially. I'm sure you know your neighbors and you know whether they served or not, and just sort of keep that in mind when you decide to light fireworks off. That's pretty important too.
That's a great tip, thanks. Yeah. And actually looking up into the summer sky, another common sight at this time is sky lanterns. And while they are very pretty, they're actually a fire hazard.
Actually, they're banned in Shelby Township and in a lot of surrounding communities. As I was talking to Deputy Fire Marshal Stanton, he wanted to remind people the sale and use of sky lanterns is banned through official ordinance. They're typically made of paper and wood frame with a candle and flammable material as the heat source. And they float about 15 minutes, and when the fuel burns out, they come down. But there's been issues with lanterns coming down prematurely and catching things on fire.
Actually, and residents can face a fine. That was in the conversation that we talked with him about. So while they're very pretty, it's probably best to just stick with using fireworks safely, of course.
Yes, of course.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you.
We're about a month away from the Summer Games in Rio, but right here in Shelby, medals were given out at a different kind of Olympics with athletes who are a tad bit older. Our own Arthur Schenk got in on the fun at the Senior Center's Olympic Games.
You might have noticed a day last week here at the Senior Center where the halls were just a little bit more empty than they usually are. That's because a lot of the seniors were over at Riverbends Park, celebrating in what they call the Senior Fun Olympics. And much like in years past, Mother Nature blessed the Senior Center with another great day to host its event. First of all, I don't know who you talk to. Once again, great weather.
Oh my goodness. And we pray for 2 solid weeks for 3 nice hours of weather, and we were not disappointed today. It's a beautiful day. We adapted our form of Yahtzee that we can play outside called Yardsie, and new beanbag toss, and just some changes to our same games that we usually have year after year that are favorites for sure. But it was a wonderful day, a full house, sold out event as it always is, and could not have asked for a better day in our beautiful park.
Now, a lot of hard work to bring this event to the park here. Tell me a little bit about the people that came together to bring this together.
This takes a village. It truly does. We have a lot of volunteers that offer to help with our games, and certainly we could not do it without them. I also have a great staff at Parks and Recreation who help put our tents up and get everything ready and make sure the yard's mowed and everything looks good. And of course our staff at the Senior Center, and we're very grateful to have 2 sponsors this year. Shelby Nursing Center, which has been a wonderful sponsor for us yearly, as well as at this event, and back for what we were thinking is between 18 and 20 years is Outback Steakhouse in Shelby Township providing lunch for everybody.
Pretty proud of what we have done in the community and what we continue to do, and put some good food out, and I see a lot of smiles, and it's a good event. We live in this community. All my employees are from this community. We really like to give back. I see a lot of these faces. They come in, hey, I was at your event just the other day. It's something that we talk kind of throughout the year about. I mean, I get people coming in here all the time.
So as you could see, it was a great day, great food, and great smiles. What else would you expect from the Shelby Township Senior Center? Reporting for Shelby This Week, I'm Arthur Schenk.
The reconstruction is underway at Mound and M59 in Utica. Crews are out doing much needed repairs to patch potholes and cracks on the roads leading up to Jimmy John's Field. Right now they're doing maintenance work to keep up the shape of the roads, but the first phase of construction will start next year along Hall Road. George Washington School in Mount Clemens is getting a new life. The ribbon's been cut, and now the building is the brand new Macomb County Family Resource Center. The center will serve as a place for residents to go for health services, social support services, educational programs, and much more. The goal is to improve access and create a positive impact in the community, and that's something County Executive Mark Hackle couldn't be more excited about.
But I think that's the important thing, that there are people now that are trying to figure out how do we connect even kids with things to do. And boy, facilities like this, I couldn't even imagine, because I'm sitting here thinking, this place being closed with access for some kids, even if it's one child or two children, or a family that needs that kind of support, it really does make a difference.
Those educational programs include the Head Start program for kids. Families can also go to the center for emergency utility assistance, rent and mortgage help, food program registration, and water bill help. Classes and programs will also be given to adults in areas they may need to empower themselves. The new Family Resource Center is located on North Rose Road near Groesbeck Highway. Still ahead on Shelby this week, prices are rebounding. We'll tell you why it looks good for those putting their homes on the market. Charlie?
Momentum in Utica. Coming up, why business owners here are beaming from ear to ear.
Hi, I'm Matt Signorello, Lieutenant Inspector with the Shelby Township Fire Prevention Division. I'm here today to discuss escape planning. When it comes to escape planning, it's always wise to plan ahead. If a fire breaks out in your home, you may only have a few seconds to get out safely. Make sure everyone in the home knows where to go. First, make a home escape plan. It can be as simple as a family conversation. Always know at least 2 ways to get out of a room. Teach your children to escape on their own and to practice fire drills as a group. It is a good idea to keep doors closed, especially at night and especially with children. When it comes time to get out of your home, designate a meeting place, typically at the end of the driveway near a mailbox or a tree. If the alarm sounds, get out and stay out. Never go back in for anything. That's what the fire department is for. If the conditions are smoky, get low and go. Call the fire department as soon as you get outside. Implement your plan today and stay safe.
Jimmy John's Field is bringing new blood and new business to downtown Utica, and city officials say it's only the start. Charlie Cadotto shows us firsthand the momentum going on in a little city with a lot of energy.
Well, who would ever thought the city of Utica at just 2 square miles would be called a cool city neighborhood? Well, there's no doubt this city has come a long way.
It's going to get kind of busy. What do you guys think? She'll try to rotate them though. Okay.
Eva Jurashevsky opens the doors to her new business, Danny J's in downtown Utica, a restaurant, a bar, a perfect location, just down the street from Jimmy John's Field.
So depending on where the crowds are going, okay? Sounds good. Alrighty.
Crowds you probably wouldn't have seen a year ago.
Hey, Michaela.
Just look around. Families are flocking to Utica almost every night for minor league baseball.
This is right in our backyard. I think this is great.
Tony Palumba lives just a few miles away from the stadium in Shelby Township. Him and his daughter Alyssa are loving the games.
This is her second time here. That is very close and convenient for us to see the players, and we get involved with the community.
And big crowds means big money, food, drinks, souvenirs. It's all a home run for this historic city.
Well, we like to think of Utica as the little city that can.
Stadium officials estimate between 2,000 and 3,000 people coming in for each game. Think ticket price, dinner, maybe dessert, and folks stopping in to buy things from local business. It's a win-win for families and the local economy.
I will definitely be back. This is a great stadium, good part of the community.
You know, when you look ahead to a year, even 5 years from now, Utica is just going to grow and flourish, and it's going to be the place to be for sure.
For Shelby This Week, I'm Charlie Cadotto.
He spent less than a month with the United Shores Professional Baseball League, but now he's trading in his Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers jersey for a Cardinals jersey. Left-handed pitcher Ross Vance signed to play with the St. Louis Cardinals Class A affiliate. We talked with him about getting the call as he got ready for his first week in Johnson City, Tennessee with their rookie ball team.
I was really excited. Honestly, for me, it was a big surprise. Because I hadn't got any calls before the draft. I didn't hear my name called during the draft.
Vance said ultimately being a part of the league was a good opportunity to get himself out there and develop his skills.
I really enjoyed it. It was a great experience for me, especially kind of really the best part, getting my feet wet into professional baseball before I headed out to affiliated ball for me. And I really feel like it prepared me to get to the next level.
And you might be wondering how he's doing. Vance pitched an inning during his first game there and finished with no runs scored and 2 strikeouts. His team won 10-6. We can't wait to see Ross Vance in his Major League debut. And just a couple weeks after Vance got called up, another United Shores Professional Baseball League player signed with the New York Yankees. Aaron Bossy was an infielder for the Birmingham Bloomfield Beavers. He'll be playing on the single A affiliate for the Yankees, the Tampa Yankees. Bossy is originally from St. Louis and played for Marshall University in West Virginia. He's starting off his pro career working as a catcher for the Gulf Coast League, a rookie league that operates in Florida. After plunging during the most recent recession, housing prices are continuing to rebound in Michigan and all over Macomb County. In 2015, the average home sold for just over $145,000, up 3%. And there were over 130,000 sales, and that was up 8% in recent years.
Well, in Macomb County and even Oakland County and the state of Michigan all around, the housing market has gone up quite a bit. We're definitely not in the recession that we were once back in 2010, 2011. Prices have climbed up. We are seeing prices back to what they were in the early 2000s again. Shelby has a lot to offer.
Realtors say it's a great time to sell, but interest rates are benefiting buyers as well.
The interest rates are in the high 3.75, 3.8, somewhere in that ballpark. And that is pretty much an all-time low. And we're expecting those interest rates to go up towards the end of the year. So it's definitely a great time for a buyer to take advantage of those low interest rates.
Analysts say the reason for this rebound here in the Metro Detroit area is largely due to the automotive industry, which saw record sales and profits within the last year. And it may be a good time for sellers, but ultimately it sounds like a perfect time for realtors. Whether you're walking or running, 5K races are a great way to be active and a fun activity to do with the entire family. And lucky for you, we've got information on 2 upcoming races. The Go for the Gold 5 and 10K race will be Saturday, July 16th at Riverbends Park. Registration starts at 8 a.m. Both the 5 and 10K walk and runs start at 9, and the free Kids Fun Run starts at 10:15. Proceeds for this race go to the Michigan Special Olympics. And the Back the Badge 5K race benefits the Shelby Township Police Honor Guard in August. Check-in starts at 7:30 a.m. and the race starts at 9 a.m. For more on the price and how to register for these races, we've posted all the information on Shelby TV Facebook page. And another event you can put on your calendar, the Shelby Township Garden Walk is just a few weeks away. Residents have been working on their gardens all season, and it's time to show them off. 5 gardens and Heritage Garden will be showcased on the tour slated for Saturday, July 16th. It goes from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Tickets are sold at the Township's Library and the Parks and Recreation Department in the Municipal Building. Coming up on Shelby this week, celebrating summer. People from all over the county came to kick off the season in Utica. We'll give you a look at the Riverwalk Festival from the carnival to the fireworks. And you may be taking up a new hobby. We'll take you out on the lake for some paddleboarding with a man you usually see in suits and ties. Stay tuned.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
I'm one unlucky guy. The chance of being involved in a robbery is 1 in 757. The chances of being struck by lightning 1 in 750,000.
Please fasten your seatbelts for unexpected turbulence.
The chances of being a victim in an airline crash 1 in 29 million. Hey, could I get some peanuts? The chances of being involved in a car crash are far greater than lightning strikes and plane crashes. And if you are texting while driving, your risk of crash increases 23 times. Now, I may be an unlucky guy, but I don't have to be part of that statistic, and neither do you. Drive responsibly.
good food, live music, a huge carnival, and plenty of fun. This year's Utica Riverwalk Festival was filled with all of that and plenty of smiles. Take a look.
We're happy once again to have the Riverwalk Festival here in Utica. It's even larger this year because of the Utica Baseball Park.
My favorite animal is the big cow.
Good for Utica and the businesses. Yeah, we love to see things going on.
With the new ball diamond and all, and things changing here in town, it's like every festival is different.
We've had the best weather. If you brought us good luck with the weather, thank you. It's been tremendous.
If you're looking for something fun to do this summer that keeps you active and outside, Stony Creek Metro Park might be just the place for you. Our Nick Buckler took to the water to learn a hot new summer activity, and his teacher was none other than County Executive Mark Hackle.
I love coming here to Stony Creek. It's my favorite place. Get great exercise, get a little bit of sun, which is what I really enjoy, and kind of have fun. It's very peaceful.
Now that summer is here, people across the state have many warm hobbies they can enjoy. But if you're looking for something new, paddleboarding is worth the try.
If they want to do it, by goodness, get out there and try it. But if they have somebody they know that has one, just maybe go out with them and just kind of get a few pointers as to, how do I get on this thing and how do I get off it? How do I paddle? How do I steer? Very simple. It's not that hard. Once you get the basics of it, it's not difficult at all.
You can take his word for it.
So simple, even a county executive can do it.
Or better yet, take mine. I had to hop on board and take a few laps without ever trying this before. And he's right. It was pretty easy once you get going.
It's so easy to get to anywhere you want. You throw this on top of your car. It can be inexpensive. I mean, really, when you start thinking about it, an oar and a paddle can be anywhere between $200 and, my gosh, probably up to $5,000, depending on what you want to spend, for your particular board that you want to have out there. So, for me, I throw it up on top of the car and I can be in Lake Huron in an hour. I could be Lake St. Clair in 20 minutes. I could be out here at Stony Creek in 15 minutes.
Whether you're staying local or going up north, paddleboarding is a fun summer activity for the whole family.
You're right. Go forward. And now when you paddle once, switch to the other side. That's a first timer. I want you to know, you at home listening to this, you too can do this. It doesn't take much. It's not that difficult. Shelby TV. These kids got it going on.
For Shelby this week, I'm Nick Buckler.
Paddleboarding for the first time. Piece of cake, ain't it?
And that's it for us here at Shelby this week. You can watch us all the time on Facebook. Just search Shelby TV. And we'll leave you now with more scenes from the Utica Riverwalk Festival.